guys, and welcome to my channel. So today's video is a video I really hoped I didn't have to make. As some of you guys might have heard, especially if you are doing a program, my Disney college program was cancelled because of COVID-19. I have no notes for this video. I'm just going to be spewing my thoughts. One thing I will say before we do get started is I'm devastated. I'm so upset. We found out on Monday. I'm filming this on a Thursday, and we found out like 3 days ago now, and I spent 2 days dwelling on it. Like the first day on Monday, I didn't get out of bed. I literally got out of bed, told my parents, bawled, came back down to bed, binge watched Tiger King, and like I barely left my bed on Monday. And then Tuesday I didn't get anything accomplished either. I did leave my bed, but I didn't get anything accomplished. I was just so upset. But I guess we'll get into that, so let's just go right into this video. So before we do get started, because I do have a lot of opinions and I do have a lot of thoughts that I don't want to get misconstrued, so before we do get into everything, I do want to say that I understand that Disney is doing what is best for the company, what is best for its employees, and they're doing the best they can with a tricky situation. I full-heartedly understand that, and I don't want that to get misconstrued in anything that I am about to say. I'm just hurt, and I think from an outside perspective that it could have been handled better, but I do want to just put that out there that I do understand that Disney did everything that they could, and they did everything to the best of their abilities. But yes, so with that out in the air, little disclaimer, I am so devastated. We were supposed to leave in just over a month. In just over a month, I was supposed to be moving to Florida for 3 months. I now don't have a summer job. It's very well possible I will never work for the Disney Company anymore. I'm just at a loss for words of how I can describe how I'm feeling, because on Monday I woke up to an email, because we're all on quarantine. I don't get up until like noon every day. I woke up to an email and the Facebook group blowing up, the Facebook group chat blowing up, and I had a text from my roommate. I had a text, like my roommate, that the girl who I was gonna room with in Disney, that's who I'm referring to, my roommate. I had a text from a girl that I clicked with at the interviews, like, and everyone was saying check your email. So I woke up, I checked my email, and there was an email from Disney. A very poor email. I didn't think that it was the best way. I didn't think it was the best written email to send to a bunch of people that you're breaking their hearts. But like I said, they're doing the best they can with a tricky situation. Everything is out of their hands too, and I full-heartedly know that. I'm just pulling up this email to read you a bit of it. The heading was important program update. So when I saw that, my heart dropped because I knew what this email was. Get to the part. With that in mind, we are suspending our Disney internships and programs and will not be able to welcome any program participants who are scheduled to arrive now through the beginning of June. I was the beginning of May. My program starts 1 month short of the deadline that they set. Continue on. We want to encourage you to reapply to experience our Disney programs at a later date. This is what really trips me and a few of the girls that I've been talking to up, is it's telling us to reapply. It's insinuating that we don't get to go at all. Like, we have to go through this entire process again. For those of you who don't know, or are just watching this video because you're curious of why I technically got fired before I started, you apply in September and you don't find out until February if you got the job, and then you have to wait until May to go. So we have to go through that pretty close to a year-long process again, from what this is insinuating. We're hoping they're sending another email with options, but I'll get into that in a bit. They are refunding our program fees, which is good on them. Like good for them. Like, honestly, that's a really, it's a good move for them, because I don't know, like, we're not going, and it was supposed to be a non-refundable program fee, so I'm very impressed that they are refunding us. That is a pro to this whole situation, I guess. And we'll amend our eligibility requirements soon, so that those who have recently graduated will be able to reapply. So I'm supposed to graduate, so this part does apply to me. This was my last chance to do this program, and unfortunately for me, I hadn't heard about the program until last year. So this was my first time applying. This was the first time, my first and only time I would be able to do this program. So it's saying that it's going to be waiving that requirement so that I can apply for next year. But again, apply. There is no guarantees. In my mind, and in a few other people's mind, there is no guarantees that we're going to get accepted next year. Like, we have to go through, from what we're understanding, is we have to go through this entire process again. So there is, to us right now, we don't know if there's a guarantee we get in, or if there's not a guarantee that we get in. What Disney is failing to realize when they say this is that with the people who are graduating, and there's quite a few of us, we're hoping to have full-time jobs by next summer. We're hoping that we are employed and that we are making money on a full-time basis with our degrees. We're hoping to have our grown-up job before next summer. So what they haven't realized and what they haven't addressed is the fact that people who are graduating may not be able to go next summer, because we're hoping to have a full-time job. And I, for one, I don't want to get a job, work it, and then be like, okay, bye, I quit, I'm going to work at Disney World for 3 months. I would absolutely love to, but it's just not responsible. It's just not practical. When you get your full-time job, you don't just quit it for a 3-month summer job. Given for people who have degrees that could, if you could get a temporary position, then yeah, especially if you were a teacher. This is the one and only time I wish I took a teaching degree, because I could teach until May and then go work at Disney World, but it just doesn't seem possible for me to be able to get my full-time job with my degree and then quit, go work at Disney for 3 months. And see, my thing is, if we are guaranteed a spot next summer, I will take the year off. I will go work at the pool. For those of you who don't know, the pool is my high school / summer job. So I could easily go work at the pool full-time for a year and then go work at Disney World, and then after Disney, go get my degree job. So, but the fact that it hasn't been told that it's a for sure, like, we haven't been told we're guaranteed a spot, we're just told to reapply. If we are told just to reapply, I don't think I would take that chance, because it is a year-long process, and if I didn't get in for next summer, then I would have just wasted a year of my life. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna go back into the email and see if there's anything else I want to address. And then they closed out the email by saying, "We look forward to sharing with you more soon." So from what I take of that is that they are emailing us soon about the cancellation of our program. I have talked to a couple people, probably 4 or 5 people I've talked to about this, and we all feel the same. That at the end of that email, they're meaning that they will give us options shortly, because Disney's not dumb. They have to realize that some people can't go next summer, whether it's because they're graduated or whether it's because they have to go to school in the summer next year. Like, you know, like, Disney is not stupid. They realize that a good portion of the people who they canceled will not be able to do the program next summer. So we're hoping, and we think that's what the last part, like, we'll hear from, we share more with you shortly is how they worded it. We hope that means that they're going to be emailing us our options shortly. So from the people that I have talked to about this, who were supposed to do the program with me, we feel that they will maybe offer us the CRP, which is the 1 year long program where you work in the pavilion at Epcot. We think they'll offer us, obviously this is a pick one option, you don't get all of them, but like, we think they'll offer us a CRP year-long program, or they will offer us, well, the CRP, the CEP next summer, which is what we were supposed to be doing this summer. And there's 2 or 3 of us who think that they will create a program throughout the year for those who want to and for those who are able to take a semester off. So by that I mean we think that they will allow us to come in September and stay till December. I think we'll be given an option between like 2 or 3 things that we can pick from. I hope, because just telling us to reapply is not, I don't know, I don't agree with that. If that's how they're going to tell us, is just to reapply and we won't, like, there's no guarantees. I don't agree with that. So I hope that they either, number one, I hope they either 100% guarantee that if we apply that we get in for next year. Because I, for one, have already spent so much money. Well, my parents, like, I'm not even gonna lie, my parents have spent so much money flying me to the interview in Toronto, my hotel for the interview in Toronto, program fees, which the program fee is being refunded. We have already booked our flights down to Toronto because, like I said, it was supposed to be in a month. Literally today is April 9th. Exactly a month from today, I was supposed to be flying to Orlando. A month and 2 days, our program was supposed to start. So, in exactly a month, I was supposed to be on a plane right now. We're not getting refunded for that flight. We are getting credits for a different flight. But that's still money out of my parents' pockets that isn't being put back in, right? Like, yeah, we're getting it towards a flight, like we're getting flight credits, but it's not the same as like the money that they spent. It's just, this whole situation is so hard because it is out of everybody's hands. It is out of Disney's hands. It is out of my hands. It is out of everybody's hands. Like, there's nothing that anybody can do about it because it is a pandemic. Like, it's nobody's fault. I'm not blaming Disney. I'm not blaming myself. It's just a hard pill to swallow that my program got canceled and I didn't do anything wrong. That's what I think I'm struggling with the most, is that I didn't do anything wrong. And like, past videos, if you guys didn't know, go watch my life updates, but I've had a really rough year. And when I found out I was accepted in February, I was so happy. It was the happiest I had been in months. And just to have that taken away from me is, like, I'm shattered. Like, I'm literally shattered. It's just one thing after the other. And this is just, like, the icing on the cake that, like, of bad things that have happened to me in the past couple of months. And it's a hard pill to swallow because it's not my fault. It's not Disney's fault. It's not anybody's fault. It's a shitty situation that nobody could have predicted. It's a shitty situation that nobody knows how to handle and deal with on a, I don't know. Like, I'm literally at a loss for words. The last thing I think I will mention is they literally just, I think the blow would have been softened if they would have just emailed us sooner. Like, just not even like a, just a hey, we know you still exist. We'll get to your program when we get to it. But they've been closed for a month, like almost a month by the time they sent us an email, and that email was, you're canceled. So I would have appreciated a, hey, we'll get to you when we get to you. Like an acknowledgement email would have been nice, and it would have softened the blow, because just an email out of the blue saying you're canceled it made it a lot more harsh. It made it a lot more like we were all living in a dreamland. We all knew that it was possible that our program would be canceled. We all knew that it was possible that our program would be pushed or postponed. But just to like no word for months on end. They let us register for dorms. They let us there was something, background check. Like we sent our background check away. We registered for dorms. To let us do all of that without a word from Disney at all. And then just out of the blue, like, hey, your program's canceled. Sorry, apply next year. That really like hit me hard. Like that was like, I think we were all living in a fantasy. And then all of a sudden, bam, like you're canceled. And then the next day, like this is just like me being emotional now. On Monday they canceled us. Tuesday we all signed into our dorms, we signed into our docs, and we signed into our application. We're kicked out of docs. We're not allowed to view our documents anymore. We are on our dorms. It is labeled us as canceled. And on our application, we have been put into the category of no longer in consideration. That really twisted the knife. You know, like they stabbed us with a canceled, and then they twisted it by putting us into the category of no longer in consideration. The way that a couple of people in our group chat were saying how it honestly just makes us feel like we didn't get in. Like, because no longer in consideration is like sorry, like thank you but sorry, like thank you but no thank you is what no longer in consideration means. And they put us in that category even though we were accepted and we had an offer, and that really just like cherry on top of everything. I know that's petty and that's like the most minor thing in the world, but like I don't know, that's just, I don't know what else to say other than this is the last Disney video you'll see from me in a while, which breaks my heart because I was really excited, you guys. I was really excited to actually have a good summer, to have a I don't even know what else to say. Like I'm devastated. It's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard thing to get over. It's a hard, I'm gonna stop rambling, but this is the last Disney video you'll see from me for a while. I'm sorry it is a Debbie Downer type of video, but I told you guys I would keep you up to date on the program, and that is what happened. So that's it for today's video. I hope you didn't enjoy because I'm really upset, but I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so please subscribe if you haven't already so you never miss a video, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.